Today, get home bag gear dump, only on Safe Prep. Y'all stay tuned. If this is your first time here, welcome to Safe Prep. I'm Justin. We sure would appreciate it if you would hit the like and subscribe button, and that you would hit the bell for notifications, and you'll get notification every time we upload a video. We're glad you're here and hope you enjoy today's episode. Hey everybody, this is Justin. Welcome back to the Safe Prep channel. So today we are going to get into my get home bag. A get home bag does just that. If you're at the grocery store, if you're at work, wherever you're at, if you need to get home in a disaster situation, these are some things that are going to help you get there, keep you alive, and help you with problems you might run into on the way. So let's get right into my gear, and we'll explain some stuff after we go through the gear, but I want to get into it real quick. So we have a container. So this is a single wall stainless steel water container, water jug. Needs to be single wall and not the double wall insulated that you find at Walmart and a lot of the bigger stores. It has to be single wall. Let me tell you why. Because you can use this to disinfect water. You can put water in this and actually put this directly into a fire to get the water to boil. You cannot do that. Not safe to do it with the double wall. So be sure you get a single wall stainless steel water container. Got to have some food to get you home. So normally I have a few more things in here, but I get hungry when I get out or I'm at work and I go rob stuff out of my bags, which is okay. You need to rotate your stock anyway, so I don't have what I normally have in here, but got some protein, got some beef jerky. Everybody likes beef jerky. The salt's good for you, especially if you're in a hot environment and you're sweating. Got some peanut butter. Peanut butter is very high calorie, good survival food. Got some quick sugary snacks, and a lot of times I'll carry Cliff bars, protein bars, trail mix, those kind of things. Those are good foods to carry in a survival situation. They're lightweight. We have some face mask here, okay, the N95 face mask for particulate matter, whether that be an airborne contagion or a dusty situation, fire situations. Something else that is also good to carry and has multiple uses are bandanas. You can use bandanas to actually pre-filter water, and you can also use those to breathe through. If you don't have this in your kit, just remember you got a shirt on your back and probably a pair of socks in your bags. You can breathe through those in an emergency situation, and hopefully till you can get to safety. A good first aid kit, okay, boo-boo kit. This is one that you can get from Walmart. Pretty comprehensive basic first aid kit. Comes in a nice package, so I keep this with me. This is mainly for the smaller stuff, the boo-boo stuff. Call it a boo-boo bag if you want to. Hygiene, very important. So with two kids in the house, one that's 2, I've obviously got a lot of these laying around. So being clean in a survival situation that you would otherwise be dirty in, believe it or not, has a super impact on your morale and your attitude. So if you can just be clean in a bad situation, you're going to feel a lot better and have a little more hope that you're going to get out of it just because you're clean. So baby wipes, any size. These are good to stockpile anyways in any kind of a disaster situation. You should have a box or 2 of these for your family and at home, ready for any disaster where there might be an interruption in the water supply. We have some hot hands in here. I just found these laying around the house that I didn't use on Cub Scout camping trips, so these are good to have, especially with in colder weather climates. Part of your shelter is actually what you're going to have on, so typically I have a change of clothes in my vehicle. I also have a pair of comfortable hiking shoes, having a couple of pairs of socks and a couple of extra pairs of underwear is good to have. Keep a beanie or a head cover. Most of your heat is lost through your head if it's not covered, so these things stay in my bag. Gloves, good pair of gloves. Leather gloves are best just to keep your hands from getting injured. You're going to be using your hands in a survival situation, doing all sorts of tasks, so you want to keep your hands protected, and they'll also keep your hands warm. Have some 550 paracord here. Lots of uses. Alright, so we have a rat trap here. Told you the peanut butter had multiple uses. This and this go together. So this can be used to catch food in a survival situation, whether that be urban or rural. You put some of that peanut butter here, leave that out overnight, and never know what you may come to in the next morning. So you may end up with a squirrel or a rat or a rodent or even something bigger. Not too heavy, very inexpensive, just something to think about. Communication. So I have a Baofeng UV5R, basically a ham radio, VHF, UHF. To talk on most of these channels, you need to have a ham radio license. You'll hear in the survival community that a lot of times in a disaster situation, I don't know that the FCC is going to come looking for you, but you do need to have a license to talk on ham radio frequencies. But these are relatively inexpensive. You can find them on Amazon. I'll have links to them in the description. And pretty user-friendly. But if in a grill dad situation, radio communications, but maybe all that's left. Cell phones may be down. You may not be able to text message. So having a backup communication plan for your family and an emergency is very important. I also keep a charger for that in my bag as well, so it's always with me. I also keep a wall cell phone charger for my particular phone in my bag at all times. In no particular order, guys. So I have some latex-free nitrate gloves. These are the same things that they use in hospitals and ambulances and healthcare situations. Just try to keep some of those. You never know what you're going to get into. Doesn't necessarily have to be a biohazard, but if you just don't want to get your hands sticky doing something, you could also use those. So something that has multiple survival implications and uses is aluminum foil. So this is something everybody's got around the house, so it was easy for me to put in my bag. So I've folded that down quite compact and have a lot. You can do a lot with aluminum foil. That's a whole nother video in itself. I do keep one extra toothbrush. Like I said, being clean in a survival situation is going to make you feel a lot better. So let's talk about shelter and warmth. So I have a relatively inexpensive survival tent. So this is covered. It's basically one of the triangle types. It has the reflective inner portion, which is supposed to reflect, depending on the particular material, up to 90% of your body heat. So this one includes the rope that I can hang this up. So this is my tent, my shelter, and I'll also show you some more gear here in a minute that can work as a shelter. So this is a bivvy, and very similar to the tent. It has the reflective mylar-like inner material that reflects your body heat. This is basically a sleeping bag, so I can get inside this and my body heat will warm this up and keep me warm and hopefully keep me alive. 3 mil trash bags. These are the contractor trash bags. You can get these at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. These are great in any type of survival situation. They have multiple uses. Water collection, water storage, water transit, shelter, poncho, ground cover, so many uses. Disposing of waste, disposing of regular trash that may not have trash service in a disaster situation. So I keep 3 of these in my get home bag. So I keep a full set, top and bottom, of an emergency poncho with me at all times. I would much rather stay dry and not be wet. If you don't have a poncho, those contractor trash bags can be used as a poncho. Just cut a couple of holes and you're good to go. Survival knife. This is the one that I have, and this will be a video in itself. This was a gift from my stepdad. He purchased one of these before he went off to the Persian Gulf for the Gulf War back in the early 90s. So I've still got to learn all about this knife. It's got all sorts of cool stuff in it. It actually can opener, knives, and you can actually make this knife into a slingshot. So it's got rope, so many survival tools on this. So it's a multi-purpose knife, but you definitely want to have a quality fixed blade knife that's going to be able to do multiple tasks during a survival situation. So look for videos in the future on the survival knife. Being able to communicate, so I have just some simple note cards. You can get the Right in the Rain note cards at outdoorsman stores. You can also get those online. I'll have a link in the description, a pencil and a Sharpie. This way I can leave notes for people that aren't there when I'm there. Very important to be able to have different means of communication during a disaster situation when the regular lines of communication may have failed. An additional headlamp to keep your hands free. Something else that my stepdad put together for me is a small fishing kit. So I have fishing line. This can be used for multiple things. Then we have various hooks and sinkers and floats and weights. So something else that I have in my get home bag is I have an address. Okay, this address is to one of our long range bug out locations. So I always want to have that with me. That way I know where I'm going. Cough drops. I'm a smoker, so and during the winter we all get sick, so I don't always necessarily want somebody to hear my cough, especially if I'm trying to be discreet and not be found or located. So some cough drops just to keep me or whoever quiet, definitely something to think about. Also have a pair of old sunglasses that I keep in the bag. I do not want the sun in my eyes. I have my glasses on even on cloudy days. And this is another gift from my stepdad. He's really into this, and I appreciate all of his help. This is a PVC cutter. So you can find saws at Walmart, but they typically don't have these cool rubber ends to protect your hands. But this can be used on wood, not just PVC. So this is why we're doing the video today. I have been using the bag on the left, which was actually just an old backpack we had around the house. I kind of outgrew that as far as equipment went, so today I went and purchased a slightly larger, about a 40-liter bag. You'll notice both of these bags don't look military at all, going along with the gray man theory where you just try to blend in and not stand out. So I don't want to call attention to myself walking down the street with a backpack, and so the colors on these are pretty subdued, and I'm not really going to draw attention to myself. But this is why we did the video today, is I just went up in size on my bag just a tad bit. We'll have links in the description to the backpack I purchased today. He wanted in, so I had to let him in. This is one of my two sons. This is one of the 3 reasons that I choose to want to be prepared for something to happen. I want to be able to take care of my family. Be sure that you like and subscribe to our channel, and that you hit the notification icon, and you'll be notified anytime that we upload new content. Be sure you check us out at safepreptn.com, and if you'll hang out after the video, we'll tell you what Safe Prep is and how it can help prepare you and your family to survive and thrive after a disaster. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Until then, be safe.